Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a new movie review for you. Today we're going to be talking about Elvis, directed by Baz Luhrmann, who you might know as a frequent Leonardo DiCaprio collaborator. He did Romeo and Juliet with Leo. He did Great Gatsby with Leo. That was actually his last film, and that was 9 years ago. But, he took a break of COVID and other things, and he was crafting this Elvis film that we finally get to see, and it stars Austin Butler as the man himself, as the King, Elvis Presley. And when that got announced, I was like, okay, because he had a small role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that I thought he was good in, but other than that, I really pretty much knew him as like a Disney kid. He was on like Zoe 101, which of course is Nickelodeon, but he was on like Hannah Montana, Monsters in the Attic. He was more or less a Disney kid, so I was like, what's this guy gonna do? But I'm proud to say he crushes it as Elvis. If he does not get an Oscar nomination, possibly even a win for his portrayal of Elvis, I will riot in the streets because he's so good. He gets the voice down. He gets the singing voice down, which is incredible. I didn't even think he sung the songs, but he does, and it's just incredible how much he sounds like Elvis himself. He gets the mannerisms, as they call it, the wiggle. He has that down. He's just fan-freaking-tastic in every stage of Elvis's life, from when he's beginning his rock and roll career all the way up to what people consider Fat Elvis towards the end of his run. They even portray that, and he's incredible in the role. Joining him is Tom Hanks as Colonel Parker, and just complete scumbag, not the typical role you usually see Tom Hanks as. Now, I don't know, I know a lot about Elvis because my dad's an Elvis junkie. He has a whole room in his house dedicated to Elvis, but I don't know a lot about Parker, so I don't know how he sounded in real life. So for me, Tom Hanks did a pretty good job. At times, he did sound a little bit like the Penguin from Batman, but as far as I know, maybe that's what the guy sounded like in real life. All I really know about him is what they show in this movie, and he's a complete scumbag, totally ruined Elvis's career and his life at the end of things, and just complete scumbag. But it was kind of cool to see Tom Hanks in a different role, because usually he's playing a protagonist, whether it's supporting or main, but this time he's like a complete, utter freaking scumbag, and it was very interesting to see that different type of role for Hanks. Olivia DeJonge plays Priscilla Presley. Of course, there's some controversy there with how much the age difference was between them when they got married. They touch on that a little bit in the movie, but not too much, but she does good in her supporting role. Dacre Montgomery, of course, from Power Rangers and Stranger Things, shows up in this, also great in his smaller role. Cody Smith-McPhee shows up in this, who was just in Power of the Dog, now he's in this, again, smaller role, but still really good in what he was given. This film, I see a lot of people not loving it, but liking it. I love it. Elvis is one of my favorite movies of the year. And of course, like I said, for someone my age, like a lot of people my age don't know a whole lot about Elvis. My dad's an Elvis junkie, so I know a lot about Elvis. So it was kind of cool to watch this and learn more, learn about different characters in his life, learn more about why he died, what led to that, what led to his demise, what led to his career going downhill after being on top for so long, and how he ended up, he rode high for while he was riding, but then when he dropped, and eventually dropped to his death. And this film is fantastic. At times it makes you feel good, at times it makes you feel sad. I see a lot of people being like, oh, do they touch on that Elvis got a lot of his music from the black people? Yes, they do, actually. A large portion of the movie's about that, which I thought was cool, because as much as I love, like, Bohemian Rhapsody, it was a very glossed over, like, Freddie Mercury's a great guy type of movie. This isn't really that. It's also not really a biopic like Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocketman, where this is more the story of how Elvis got screwed over by his manager, Parker, and it's an incredible movie, and my dad even enjoyed it, and he's a real stickler for Elvis, so I thought he would probably kind of hate on it or find reasons to nitpick, but even he enjoyed it, and I think you will too if you go check it out. I'm going to give Elvis a 9 out of 10. It's truly one of my favorite films of the year. Austin Butler's performance as the King of Rock and Roll is my favorite performance of the year, possibly of the last few years. He's incredible in the role. Definitely deserves an Oscar nomination when Oscar time rolls around. So let me know what you guys think of Elvis if you saw it. What do you think of the man's music down in the comments below? Let's talk all about Elvis down there in the comments. Make sure you like this video and share it on all its different social media platforms so we can keep growing out this channel towards 200 subscribers. I'm going to have a channel update coming out this Friday, but before that, make sure you tune in later today for my review of the Black Phone. That's right, 2 reviews in one day. We're going hard in the paint on this day. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.